A big thank you to Native for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned until a little bit later to hear more about them. Hey everybody, welcome back to another weekly bookish vlog. It's currently Wednesday, the 7th. I just uploaded the video that I thought I was gonna get up earlier today. Editing takes me forever. I need to just accept that fact about my life now. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. I wanted to say, what did I want to say? So my AC is still broken. So there's probably a lot of background noise right now because we have this fan, we have the temporary portable AC unit, which I put in heavy quotations because it's like this tiny little thing that is in the most inconvenient spot of the house because it literally doesn't cool down anywhere that we normally are in, but it does do something, you know, which is all you can really ask for. I think that our AC gets fixed on Friday, which cool. I start work on Friday and then work Saturday and Sunday. So this is not like a cute fun and fresh start to the video. So let's pull together, guys. Today I have a few things left to do. I have to finish editing my book haul that I filmed a few days ago. I have to clean a little because my roommates have all been cleaning, which is exciting because once the house is clean, I can decorate for Halloween. I don't know, I might do something Halloween decoration inspired on my other channel, but I'm still not sure. But once everything's done, then I can decorate, which will get me right in the mood for Halloween. I want to make a spread in like my fun journal, my life journal kind of thing, on movies that I'm watching for October, because Adam and I are going to be watching like a spooky movie every single night, or hopefully every single night. Last night we didn't get to because I was very busy, but like on Monday we watched Haunted Mansion, which was so much fun. Last night again we didn't get to watch anything, but tonight, I don't know. He said we could even pick a scary movie, which is exciting because he doesn't let me watch scary movies at night. So I want to do a spread on that. I want to start my bookshelf organization tonight, potentially. So just kind of getting some like main ideas onto the shelves, mostly because I really need to see what thrillers I have so I can make my thriller recommendation video, which I really wanted to have up already by this week, but it's this week and I haven't filmed it. There's lots of hefty plans for the next day because today's almost over, but that's fine. Just wanted to do a quick little check-in. Maybe I'll talk to you guys a little bit later, but I wanted to say hi while I still looked cute because I probably want to take my makeup off soon. You know, there's just no point in keeping it on. So, yeah. So it's Thursday and I had a late start to my day. To be fair, I had a really late night last night and I was going to do the thing that I did yesterday, which was like push through on like 2 hours of sleep to get a lot more done today, but my body said no and it made me sleep for 10 hours until 3 p.m. But I do actually have a lot to update you on. I finished a book yesterday and I started a book yesterday. I was looking for a good thriller to listen to. I couldn't think of any of the books that I had except for like the recent ones that I've gotten in book of the month boxes. So I started and finished Night Swim by Megan Golden yesterday. I actually really enjoyed it, but it was very rough. Yeah, we're gonna talk more about that in a moment. I actually promised my boyfriend that I'd make him milanesas, and by make I mean like the frozen ones that my mama already made for me. Every good Argentinian mom makes frozen milanesas for their children because milanesas are a whole ordeal. Maybe one day we'll make that together on a vlog or something because I know how to do it, it's just a lot. So I'm gonna cook those up, maybe take you through it, and then we can talk about Night Swim. So we made milanesas. I made some of them fried and I made in the oven, so now I'm waiting for those to finish. But while I wait, let's talk about Night Swim. I did enjoy it for the most part. I think that my issue with it was probably that it was kind of predictable. I don't think they were supposed to be plot twists. Like, I honestly, like, the predictability of it made it feel like that was exactly what the author wanted you to feel. Like, they wanted you to be kind of like on the edge of your seat. The only reason I'm kind of like on edge about it, whether it was supposed to be that predictable or not, is that, so basically Night Swim, our main character, she has a crime podcast, and her podcast is really like huge. It's the biggest podcast in America because she, in her first season, found out that a man that was in prison was actually innocent by finding new evidence. And she's always kind of been trying to like keep up the amazingness of her podcast by trying new things, just because like a lot of other podcasts have started to like copy her rhythm and everything. So like there's a lot of people doing what she already had done and she wants to try something new. So in the third season, she wants to do an active case. And the active case is on a rape trial where a high school girl accused a college swimmer, like the literal like star boy of this small town, maybe gonna go to the Olympics, of raping her. And he's saying that it was like a consent issue. And the reason that the podcaster wants to do it is because she says, and I actually really like this, but basically she was saying how everyone can agree that murder is wrong. Like, everyone can look at a murder case and be like, yeah, murder is bad. But for whatever reason, like, rape cases are still so in a gray area for people. Still so many arguments. There's still so many like victim blaming. One of the examples that she used I thought was funny. I mean, it's not funny, but I found it funny. But she was saying how you don't look at someone that was in a school shooting and ask them why they didn't skip school that day. It's just, it's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny, you know? The entire time, the podcaster, she like left everything very like up to the listener in general. Like, she wasn't putting a lot of her own opinions in, which is how she likes to do her podcast. So it could have been that the author did want you to see these like predictable outcomes, but it also could have just been like a kind of predictable storyline, because I could tell there's two different cases being followed, one from the past that isn't really like the podcaster's main mission, and then the current rape case, which is actually on her podcast. And both of them like felt so obvious to me from the start. But I will say, like, the brutality of both of these stories was not something I could have expected, and it really was hard. It's not necessarily graphic, like they're not telling you step by step what happened, but just like the bullet points, and the bullet points were bad. They were brutal in some cases. Both of the cases that she's trying to discover have pretty brutal scenes in them, and they're very just sad and tragic. I also want to give like a very soft trigger warning, because this actually like really disgusted me, but there was some talk about I'm trying not to like spoil the story. It is like a mild spoiler, very mild. Like, I'm not telling you when it is or anything like that. So if you don't like spoilers and you don't care about trigger warnings, I'll hold my hand up until I'm done talking about it. So when I put this hand down, start listening. There is some brief talk about really like I mean, all of it's kind of like pedophilic because all of these are children, like 16-year-olds, but there's some really like disgusting talk at one point about a 10-year-old girl joining in on the brutal sexual assault. So it was just really, really gross to me. I will say, like, it didn't happen, thank God, but like it was just like gross. It was really gross. But I mean, overall, I do really like how the story ended. I like how it played out. I like both of the cases overall. It felt pretty real. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. I enjoyed the podcast aspect of it as well, because like we kind of get to see like behind the scenes in her life, because she kind of tries to keep her identity hidden. It's cool. But because of all that, I am giving it a 4 out of 5 stars, because even though like I enjoyed the story a lot, I just found it a little too predictable. So I was actually just looking, because I just remembered I actually just hauled this in my birthday book haul. So check that out. I'll leave it linked above. But I got the 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and I knew that it used to be called the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. At least in the States it was, but copy that I got only says 7. So I want to start listening to that, and luckily Scribd has it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna put that in my journal. I don't know how much more we're gonna do tonight. I told Adam that I wanted to watch like a Halloween movie with him. Plus I work tomorrow early. I am going to journal a little bit.
Turn to audio, a division of recorded books, presents The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, narrated by James Cameron Stewart. You are cordially invited to Blackheath House for the masquerade. Introducing your hosts.
It's Friday. You know when everyone's like, thank goodness it's Friday. I am the one person that is screaming like, no. I'm gonna tell you about my day, or I'm gonna give you the bullet points, because like honestly, no one needs to hear that kind of negativity. I wanted to be comfy. I put on my comfy sweater, my leggings. I took a shower. I got cute. Well, I got uncute. I did my self-care. That kind of brings me into the sponsor of this video. Smooth transition. I know, I'm epic at them, but the sponsor of today's video is Native, which is an all-natural deodorant brand. And this is actually kind of a fun one for me because, all right, let's talk about the fact that I don't like deodorant. And to be totally fair, I don't sweat very much. I know I sound like every girl ever that's been like, no, I don't sweat, I glisten. No. I just mean like, I don't know. I don't really sweat, but when I do, there wasn't really a smell to it. It just smelled like water. That's kind of like a weird thing. I think it's mostly just because I don't really drink milk and I don't eat cheese. I don't like cheese. And dairy is like a big influencer, I believe, in body odor. So I think that that's why I've always been a little bit lucky in the whole like not needing deodorant thing, because when I was in, I think high school was when I realized that deodorants had like some pretty bad ingredients in them, and I'd been hearing a lot of bad like studies that like they could be pretty toxic for you and like it's not good for you. So I was like, okay, wait, I don't even like deodorant. It doesn't really do anything. I'm not gonna use it. And guys, I know when I say like it doesn't smell, like you're probably like, okay, you thought it didn't smell. I was without him for 3 years without using deodorant. No, wait, 4 years. It was when Native reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to try our deodorant? I was like, you know what? Maybe I do, because an all-natural deodorant brand sounds like something that would be up my alley. And like, I mean, might as well give it a shot. And I told Adam about it and he's like, you don't use deodorant? And I was like, no. In reality, he really never knew that I didn't use deodorant. Never smelled bad smells on me. I don't know. I'm lucky like that, I guess. I was still really excited when Native reached out to me, because the main reason that I stopped using deodorant wasn't because like it doesn't really work for me. It was just mostly also because of the chemicals in it. And Native is actually like a paraben-free, aluminum-free, all-natural deodorant brand, and they use ingredients that we know. We see shea butter and coconut in tons of other things, natural ingredients. And to top it off, they are also vegan and cruelty-free, which are things that I really look for in personal care items. I really try to keep all of the things that I buy for myself vegan. Well, mostly cruelty-free, but vegan's always an extra perk. Yeah, I figured to give it a shot, because even though I didn't smell bad, I definitely don't mind smelling better, and they had some really fun scents to choose from. I've actually been trying Native for a few months now, because I got my first order like 2-3 months ago, and then I got a new one for this video. So for the first 3 scents that I got eucalyptus and mint, lavender and rose, and coconut and vanilla. I mean, I really like fresh, relaxing scents, which is exactly what eucalyptus and mint and lavender and rose are. They're just very soothing, relaxing, natural smells. But I did want to try a coconut and vanilla just to keep things sweet. I tend to like sweeter smells during the winter, so that was kind of like my mindset there. And then for this newest order that I actually got 3 more scents, and these ones are really fun. I got cactus flower and poppy, apple and honeysuckle, and cucumber and mint. I think my favorites, I think I really like the new ones more than I like the older ones, but I tend to use the eucalyptus and mint one the most, just because I think it's like the most universal smell, I guess, for like my everyday life. I like to be relaxed. But the apple and honeysuckle smells amazing, like absolutely amazing. And then the cactus flower and poppy, it's just, this smells like my favorite perfume. This smells like one of my like all-time favorite perfumes. And I just know I'm gonna pair them together. Like, isn't that weird to pair your deodorant with your perfume? I don't know. Have you guys been doing this all along? Have I been missing out on a really fun thing? The cucumber and mint is probably the most subtle of all the smells though. I expected it to smell pretty similar to the eucalyptus one. The cucumber and mint is way more subtle, so that's really fun. Now, I did actually keep my cactus and poppy flower without opening quite yet, because I really wanted to show you this cute little feature. Look, it's a heart. Like, the little stamp has a heart in it. I don't know, I just really thought that was cute. I do want to mention in general, one of the main reasons that I also wanted to try this out is because they specifically say they are not an antiperspirant. And from what I remember reading from when I was like, you know what, deodorant's bad, it was the antiperspirant part that was like the most questionable towards your health. I know that there isn't official claims on it or anything like that, but it was enough for me to be like, hey, it's not worth it. If you guys actually wanted to try out Native, they've given me a code for you guys to use use, because normally you can get 3 deodorants for $36, but if you use my code Bibliophile
and you use the link in my description,
then you can get them for 33% off, which makes them 3 for $24. So that's really, really cool, and I'm very grateful to Native for sponsoring this video. I'm glad to be sponsored by brands that like care about the environment and care about animals, because that's what I love. I love the environment and I love animals. People in my day, not so much. Let's talk about it. I started by picking up, again, The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, of Evelyn Hardcastle. That's how the narrator's calling her, which, by the way, I think the narrator is the same one that narrated Red Rising, which is pretty cool because I loved the narrator from Red Rising. Actually, I have to backtrack even more. Last night, it was 3:30 a.m. when I was like, you know what? I really have to get to sleep. I work early tomorrow. I work at 10:30. That means I have to leave my house by 9:30, which means I have to wake up at 8:30, and since I want to get some YouTube stuff done, I have to wake up at 7:30, 4 hours of sleep to go, you know? So I turn off the TV and I lay down and I look up at the ceiling, and I'm tired, but not tired enough, I guess, because I could not get to sleep. I didn't sleep a wink. It's better to keep your eyes closed and just try to sleep because your body still rests, but like my mind did not sleep. When my alarm went off at 7:30, I was just like, okay, this is the time. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna stay awake, and I did. I did some YouTube things. The time got away from me. We were having our AC people come to fix the AC, but they still hadn't shown up even though it was 9:30, and we're keeping the cats in our room because we didn't want them to run around because the AC people might take like 8 hours to fix the AC. I'm trying to find Luna. I locked Chala into the room. I'm running around the house looking for Luna. I cannot find her anywhere. 10 minutes later, I walk into her room and she was in there. I swear I checked everywhere in that room and she hadn't been in there. But so I'm running late to work at this point, or almost late. It's 9:40. I can still make it there on time with 5 minutes to spare. I run out the door and the AC people showed up. My car is at the very edge of the driveway and they managed to just park the semi-truck up to where my car is, so I'm blocked in, and I was like, oh my god. And they had like the AC behind their thing, so like it was just like a whole hassle to wait for them to move. And then they wanted to talk to my roommate, so I had to go find my roommate, make sure he was awake, make sure that he knew what was going on, make sure that like they could go talk to him. Reminded our roommate that like once everything was done, he should open the door for the cats, but like until then just leave him in the room. So I rush off to work. 9:50 now. I got there 5 minutes late, but my shift leads were totally cool about it. They're like, just drive safe. I get there and I do our whole like little meeting before work, and then I look at my schedule and I'm like, why is it saying that I don't have to be on until 12? Mind you, it's 11. I'm like, why is it saying like an hour and 15 minutes until I'm on? Look at my manager and he's like, I honestly didn't look when you texted me that you were running late, but I guess you start at 12. And I'd been looking at my Saturday shift the whole time. So I was like, okay, this is fine, because I needed to upload my thumbnail for the video that I had go live today. And I was like, let me just grab my iPad. I'll just work on that. I'll clock out. I'll work on that. And I grab my iPad. Well, I go to my locker to grab my iPad. And that's when it hits me that when I was standing there in front of my mirror right before going to look for Luna and going, do I have everything? And going, yes, I do. I left my iPad just sitting right there in front of me. I needed this video to go live today. Like, I needed it. And I was literally almost done. I don't know why I didn't just finish that before leaving the house. So I had to rush back to the house. It takes me over 30 minutes to drive back to my house. So at this point I was like, okay, if I'm very, 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 very careful, I can make it just in time. And I just like have to run into the house, grab the iPad, run out. So I get to the house. There's like stuff all over the driveway. I can't park on the driveway. I can't park across the street. I have to park a little behind, and then I'm like locking my car, running to the house. I'm already over my 2 minutes. And then I just see like all these sheets going straight to our room. And I was like, what? And then I walk over to our room and there's this giant ladder blocking the doorway. It was leading straight up to our attic, and the door's wide open and the cats are there. It's just like, I don't know, when you don't expect someone to go into your room, you don't prepare for someone to go into your room. Like, I don't like people in my space in general, but like I had everything like out. My boyfriend left like money on the dresser. I left my like computer and my cameras on the vanity, and like there's just stuff everywhere. But that wasn't even what I was thinking about. I was staring straight at my cat, who was staring at me as she stared up at the freaking attic, like from the ladder. And I was like, why is this happening right now? I couldn't find our roommate, but I still had to be in a rush, so I was like trying to run around the ladder, and I was like, hello, and it was just the AC guy, and I was like, okay, why are you in the attic? I run, I grab my iPad, decide like, okay, I need to find Chala and I need to put him and Luna into our like walk-in closet with water. So I put Luna in there and I try and find Shala and I can't find him anywhere. And finally, 5 minutes later or so, I go back into the closet and I search again and he's like deep in one of the corners. And when I go to close the door, he's like really happy that I brought him Luna and water, and like they kind of hang out. And I close the door, letting like our roommate know that like, hey, they're gonna be in there now, so let them out when the guy leaves. But like also, why is the guy in the attic? You know what I mean? So I was just like really frustrated because like, first of all, no sleep. Second of all, late to work. Third of all, late to work again. Like late to work for a shift that I didn't need to be the first time, which was embarrassing enough. And then late to work again because of like shenanigans. Not being able to get into my room, not being able to find Chala, not being like, you know, it's just like one of those situations. And I like text my manager again and I'm like, so embarrassed. I hate being late to work. Like I don't like calling out. I don't like being late. There are things that I don't like to do. So I was like pretty upset. Work was actually really nice. And then when I got back home, it was fine. Our AC works, which is awesome. Like look at the bright side, Brittany, you know? I just really didn't have like the attention span today to listen to any of Evelyn Hardcastle, which that was a bummer, but sometimes that happens. You can probably see I put a bunch of the books away, but that's actually because I want to film my thrillery, spooky video tomorrow, and I needed to actually see all the spooky books that I had, so I just like kind of laid them onto the shelves again in like linear order because I'm gonna be organizing them next week when I'm off. Yeah, they're up in the shelves right now, which is nice to have like room to walk around in, and I think I know what books I'm going to talk about, so that's good. But I'm just exhausted. I mean, I've been awake for like 36 hours now, and I'm just tired. And today was just like stressful. It was stressful, but like my job is very nice. My coworkers literally made my day, and so did my boyfriend. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. I'm looking at the bright side. I feel like I complained a lot. I feel like I told you the entire story, even though I said I was going to give you bullet points. Yeah, thank God for air conditioning again, right? Because now I can be in a sweater. Okay, I am going to go to bed. I'm gonna play a little bit of Animal Crossing because, oh my gosh, one of my coworkers said that she had an amiibo card that I could use because one of my villagers left, and I was gonna use my extra time today to try and find a cool villager, but I didn't have time, and I was about to get like stuck with someone random. But she says she has Ketchup, and she showed me a picture of him and he looks so cute. I didn't know there was like really duck types. So I don't know, I need to text her and see if she can still send that over, but it's like midnight, so. And I want to check to see how my flowers are doing. I started like a new flower hybrid process. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna play some Animal Crossing. I'm gonna unwind. I'm gonna go to sleep early tonight. I'm gonna try and wake up early tomorrow because Adam said he would maybe get me coffee if I was ready in time, and then we'll talk more then. This was a really long update. Oh my gosh, I can't leave like my native deodorants. I left my Function of Beauty stuff in here from like last week's video after like filming glamour shots. Every time I go to take a shower, I'm like, oh no. And I have to use like my boyfriend stuff, and I'm like, I hate this. So I can't do that with this. I'm gonna use this one tomorrow. No, I should just take them all with me. Okay, goodbye.
So I was literally ready to give up for the night because my friend didn't text me back with an amiibo card, and then I remembered that there was someone in my camping area in my tent, and I go to look and it's freaking Raymond. Raymond is one of the characters that I ideally wanted to get because he's just this adorable little cat and he has duo colored eyes, and I was so freaking excited, and I invited him, and then he's coming to stay, and yeah, things just worked out. It was a very good ending to my not so amazing day.
Please make good choices out there. Be safe. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye. Mysterian, and today's Monday, which means it's Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday. Dun, 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 dun. If you are new here, hi. My name is Bibliophile.
What's up? Saturday night, obviously. Wait, I feel like is that better? Can't really tell actually. Welcome to Saturday. It's spooky. No, I actually just got finished filming my thriller recommendations. Oh, that's so cute. Why didn't it look like that at all today? But I just finished filming that. It's really freaking late because I had work all day. Got back home really late, still had to film. I had to do my makeup all over again because like I didn't have this kind of makeup on for work. I don't have much to update you guys on. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't end up listening to the 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle today because I was on the go. Oh my gosh, that reminds me, I took a clip last night of me getting a new villager. It was the most random an amazing experience because I was like out of time to get a new villager, because like if I shut down the DS without like finding someone, then they were just gonna assign me someone, and one of my friends was gonna give me one of her amiibo cards, but it was too late, like in the night, she was asleep, and I was like, oh yeah, there's someone in the campsite, I guess I might as well check who's in there, and it was Raymond. I was so excited because I like love all the cat types, but specifically like out of the cats I wanted Raymond, Kiki, and Anka. Like those are like the main ones that I really want that are cats. For dogs I have Lucky that I really want to get, and like Cherry would be super cool. But anyways, I was so freaking hyped, and so he moved in and that was great, and that was kind of that. I'm still trying to get ahead. I think I'm on August 10th now, so getting closer. Oh, I didn't mention it. I literally have been watching Bailey Sarian's videos nonstop for like the past week, 2 weeks. I don't know why I didn't get into her earlier, because I love true crime YouTube videos, and she does like her makeup while she does it, and her personality is just so much fun. So that's what I've been watching. That's what I just showed you in the beginning. I look so tired. Well, I look cute, you know, like this is a good look for me. It took too long. I'm not doing this often ever, but I'm just tired right now. So, but I wanted to do an update before I went in to sleep, because tomorrow is another day of work. Early day. Oh my gosh, I just realized. I think Adam put this in my book room and I didn't like see it until now. I got a BoxyCharm box. I resubscribed a couple of months ago, and it's just like so much fun to get it every single month. Yeah, well right now, like I was saying, before my brain went, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take all this makeup off because it feels heavy, you know? Take these earrings out, or else I'll somehow rip them out in my sleep. And I think I might unbox this, but I'm also not like, I'm not gonna make a video about it. I just want to open it and see what's inside. But I'm also going to finish buying some of Adam's birthday presents, because his birthday's next week, which is insane. Insane, I tell you. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I look so tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna stop talking. This was a weird update. Thanks for watching, because, oh my gosh, I was telling you. Scattered. I was telling you that I had a really busy day, because like I was on the run, even though like I got up early for work and got to go get Dunkin' with Adam. On the way to work, had to like figure out things that were happening with a prescription that I need, and then during lunch, I had my hour lunch, I literally had to rush home, still figuring out the stuff with the prescription, but also to get in time for the live show that I did on Noria's channel. I was late, which is unfortunate, but I was there and it was so much fun. If you guys haven't checked it out, or like if you didn't already see it, I'll leave it linked down below so you guys can check out the live show. It was just such a fun idea. Noria had an idea to do rant, like group things where like one person gets their book rant, that's not right, gets their book roasted, and then like they can kind of have a rebuttal. It was super fun. I mean, her internet kept going in and out, so it was kind of like an added layer of hilarity. I don't know if that's a word. It was just a really good time, even though like my lunch was really stressful because of that. But I'm back home. I filmed. It's 3 a.m. I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep because I have to do a lot of this again tomorrow. Illy. Red light and the dark lips, like, what a vibe. I wish I had the energy to always do my makeup, but I normally don't. So yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go. Bye.